Thank you for joining me as we dive into Command and continue our journey of learning about the Opportunity Pipeline. In the last video, we learned how to set up our DocuSign room and get started with that. We learned how to pull in a few documents. We learned how to fill in some details. So now let's go in and actually work on editing some documents. All right, so first things first. When you see your documents, you're going to notice right here it says form. This is your master copy of that particular document. You only get one. If you went back up here and clicked on add, navigated down, it would show that this document was in use and it would not let you add a second one. You only get one. So you need to be really mindful of how you use your documents. All right, so let's start with something simple. And let's go into the residential listing contract. I'm going to click on this and open it up. Wait for it to load. Come on, DocuSign. There we go. All right. Wow, look at that. Right off the bat, we can see there's a whole bunch of stuff that's already pre-filled for us. Look at that, even the legal description came in. So we're missing the assessor's number, buy and rent. Oh, look, here's this purchase price and the contract dates. The more you fill in from the details tab, the more will translate into the actual document. So for brevity's sake, let's pretend that I've got this all filled out. I'm going to click Save and Close. I'll wait for that to wrap up. I'm going to come in here, and I like to have a little bit more control over my documents and also know where I'm at in the process. So I'm going to actually rename this to ER Listing Agreement. Now I know that I've already worked this, I've touched this, it's ready to go. For example's sake, we're also going to throw in an addendum at this time. So first thing we're gonna do, because again, you can only have one copy of your folder, or one copy of your document. So I'm gonna click on here, I'm gonna rename this just to addendum, just to addendum 1. Okay, now I'm gonna click on here. Gonna fill this out. Put in some basic information, and the addendum is going to be by, because who does not love, who wouldn't want a year of free tacos? So we're going to click Save and Close. So right now we have two documents that theoretically are ready to go off to be signed. So you're going to check mark them both. And then from here, you can either right click and come down and click on Create Envelope, or you can come up here and click on Create Envelope. Two different menus, same thing. It's just a matter of convenience and which you like better. So I'm going to click the pencil. It's going to ask, who are you sending this to? Well, I'm going to be sending this to seller 1 and seller 2. It is now going to create the cover page of the envelope. We're going to talk about what we see and how to edit that as soon as this loads. All right, here we go. So first and foremost, we see our documents. If we made a mistake and forgot something or needed to upload something, you could click here to attach it. Now you're going to see the signing order, or see the people that are signing and set the signing order. This is a really cool feature. If there's a time when you need to make sure that one person signs before the other, set the signing order. What happens in this case, when we're done and we send this out to be signed, Fred is going to get an email. If Fred never signs, Wilma never gets anything. She has no clue. Nothing goes to Wilma until seller one is done. But from here, you can add in more people if you needed, add a recipient. You could adjust whether they need to sign, whether they get a copy. Maybe Wilma just needs a copy. Maybe she's not on title. So we're going to change that role. We're actually going to change it back because she does need to sign. You can add a message. This is like your subject line and email body. Hey, Fred and Wilma, here is the listing. Agree. We discussed. All right. From here, we click next, and that's going to take us into our envelope so we can start editing it. So stay tuned for the next video.